Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Mevo Live. I'm Joseph Capar. I'm the lead technical specialist here at Mevo, and we are excited to bring you back to another Mevo Live. If this is your first Mevo Live, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. We're glad you're enjoying the content. As always, today is a special show because we have a giveaway. We do giveaways bi-weekly, and I may as well bring that up. We do have a giveaway bi-weekly, and today is that day for the giveaway. And how do you enter? You just come to the live shows, participate, comment, have discussions, just hang out with us for 45 minutes to an hour. And eventually, every 2 weeks, we will go ahead and select somebody for a free Mevo start. So, joining me today, I have Will Kirkpatrick. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey Joe, how you doing? Hey everybody, I'm Will Kirkpatrick. I am a senior technical specialist here at Mevo, and thanks everybody for joining us. Be sure to talk to us in chat and send us all your questions. Get a chance to win a free Mevo.
Absolutely. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Does this chat thing work? Hold on. Nope, that's the giveaway spinner. Oh, we'll get to that later. Don't get too excited. They're not gonna do that right now. But do we have? Let's pull that away. Look. Don't. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Some chat stuff popping up here. Not too bad. So
That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
we are going to go through all of the questions today. So please, if you do have any questions, put them in here and put them in the chat today. We will address them. As you know, we will be. Actually, I'm going to hide the chat for a second. I've got to figure out what is being filtered over here. I'm not quite sure what is that filter is going on. Do you see it by chance? Anyways. Well, we'll come back to that another day. We'll try to figure out what's going on there and go from there. Awesome. Okay, so we do have the live show today, but before we get into that, let's go over all of our traditional little programs we have, like the referral program. If you are a Mevo user and you come to use Mevo often, and people are always asking you about your Mevo and how to use it and where you got it, what it does, and you're already telling people how to do those things, then please be sure to sign up for the referral program, mevo.com/referral. You can save yourself 5% and earn yourself 5% kickback as well. And it's really cool because you can create a custom coupon code and you can hand it out. So you can name it after your channel, your organization, whatever it may be, and take full advantage of the referral program, which is super cool. Outside of that, if you need a 3-pack or any Mevo product at this point, you can go to mevo.com. The 3-pack is very popular right now. They are flying off the shelf. So if you do need to get your hands on a Mevo 3-pack, you can get them at mevo.com. You can also find them at our partner locations at B&H, Best Buy, Adorama, and many more to come. Of course, Amazon as well. So definitely go and check that out if you are interested in purchasing those. You're right. That's exactly what it's doing. That's funny. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's go back to the chat again. So it looks like we've got lots of questions, a lot of things coming in. I don't see. Okay. Sirmerno. Let's go back to this. Sirmerno says, will we get a special deal on Mevo for Black Friday? And I liked your response. Let's get through Halloween before we worry about Black Friday. So I mean, I thought was a pretty good one. That's a pretty classic response. I mean, we're a ways away, aren't we? We're at least we're not in October yet, even.
Yeah, we'll definitely have more information about that. I'm sure, probably a little bit sooner to that time.
Historically speaking, we have had deals on Black Friday. I don't remember last Black Friday, to be honest. It was a busy time for us, so I honestly don't recall if we had a deal on Black Friday last year. But the year before we did, and I believe the year before that we did. But I'm honestly not sure. Historically speaking, I think we have, but we don't have any information. We're too far out for a Black Friday announcement. Marshall Step says, hello. Hey, Marshall. Welcome back. Victor, can the Multicam app have full multi-destination or make a multi-destination stream? Well, can it, Will?
So multi-destination is not yet in the Multicam app, but there are ways to stream to multiple destinations with the Multicam app regardless. So You can use services like Vimeo Premium, Caster, Restream.io, and stream via RTMP to those services, and then it'll split to your destinations from there.
Yep. Yeah, multi-destination is always a wonderful thing. I mean, we use it for, we go to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, which is super helpful. And we actually track to see what our viewership's like on all of those destinations, just because we want to kind of know where we need to organize our time and energy a little bit more. But I highly recommend checking out. You get all the same content. We see your chat regardless of where you're watching from, which is why we were trying out this little browser thing where we can get all these chats. Let's see if we can get those back up here again. But I think it's super cool. So you guys can all see the Twitch chats, YouTube chats, Facebook chats, which is really cool. It looks like Jose says you guys should have a giveaway for 3 Ethernet adapters. I love the idea, but I don't see giveaways for PoEs happening anytime soon. I think where that all happens, we just don't have the numbers, honestly. Basically, our giveaways are going to be handled by us, and we hold inventory in Brooklyn, and that's what our team does. So any inventory we have in Brooklyn are things that we can actually give away. So we unfortunately just don't have PoEs to give away. And we have cameras, but we don't have PoEs. John says, hello, Fred. The hippo's back. Hello, Fred. Clifford. Hello. Mr. Flex, is there a way for the cam not to buffer and just downgrade pic quality on its own? Unfortunately not. You set the quality based on what your service provider upload speeds are going to be. Unfortunately, especially with cellular signal, it fluctuates, so I get that can be frustrating at times. But unfortunately, you can't modify things like that. Look at that, the chat is flying. I'm monitoring on the right side, but on the left side, I can see the OBS, and I just see them like flying. And we will get to your guys' questions. It's a lot. There's a lot going on here. Yeah. Well, who doesn't love it? It makes our shows a lot easier. We have people to talk to. And plus we get to like just hold off and like no one knows when we're actually doing the giveaway, which is wonderful. I love it. And we were doing the little spinny thing earlier, and that was also fun because we just kind of like, even we couldn't guess who was going to land on just because it always pulls something.
The suspense,
It is wild. It's fun. We should just do it for fun sometimes. I don't know. We should just be like, who gets to leave work an hour early? Something crazy. Okay, let's see here. So we've got Marshall. Hey, he's just everyone saying hi to each other. Wonderful. I love it. We're creating a little community here where everybody recognizes each other. That is awesome. Reuven says, hey from Peru. Do the 5. Nice. I am assuming that's an emoji. Do you know what that emoji is? Is that an emoji on YouTube?
I don't know.
No. Now I kind of want to go to YouTube and type it in and see what happens. Brad says, so torn right now whether to get the start or now or wait. Working on using it for church, but I'm currently using a GoPro 9. I can't really speak for GoPro. I don't really know. Like, I haven't used a GoPro since I don't remember which one it was. I haven't used a GoPro for a long time. So
my biggest problem is the fisheye lens.
Yeah. That's the last time I used it was when I was using a motorcycle, and I agree. I was riding a motorcycle. I was trying to create a little vlog with the motorcycle. And yeah, I agree. I didn't like the fisheye lens, and that was kind of like what the Plus did, right? And that's why we kind of got rid of that whole 150-degree field of view. It's because that fisheye look was just not a pleasant one. Let's see here. Mr. Flex says using a Samsung S21 Ultra. Samesies. I've got one too. I feel like you're supposed to do that, right? I feel like you jump up and down every time someone says they're using Apple. I'm allowed to do the same for Samsung.
That's fair.
Nice says, had the first one, just wanted to see what's new. Unfortunately, nothing new today to talk about as far as like announcements and stuff. We'll talk about some other things in some of the programs that we're doing. And, if chat slows down, which I don't suspect it will anytime soon. But if chat slows down, we'll talk about some other cool features and maybe some things that are coming out in the near future. Unfortunately, no real dates for these things that we may talk about, but I think it's just notable stuff. A lot of people ask these questions and about what's coming out, and are we going to do this, or we're going to X, Y, and Z, and we talk about it quite a bit, but it seems like to not get out there, and like I would like to try. I wish there was a way to like solidify our information. Like once we say something, just be like, stay here, and every time somebody comes here, notify them that this was the answer. Like an FAQ that's forced.
Right. Brad, in terms of whether to get one now or wait, I would say now is probably a good time to do it. There's probably no reason to wait around on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not aware of any like random sales coming out of nowhere. So yeah, there's really no reason to wait. The Mevo starts wonderful. It was just released last year. It'd be pretty solid.
Yep.
Clifford says maybe YouTube chats. I assume he's talking about the emoji that I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
We got Leo from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Clifford pointing out that he can see Facebook chat and everything as well. Yeah, I really like that everybody can see everything on the little preview, right? You got Twitch on there, Facebook, YouTube. You can see everything, so like it's not just left on one channel. Everybody can see everything. I think that's really cool. Carrie says, how long until you have floor stands back in stock? Honestly, I don't know. Let's find out. Are they not in stock? I've not been tracking them. I know we weren't in stock for a minute. Did we never get them in stock again?
I don't know.
I'm gonna message Andy. Andy knows things.
Yeah, it looks like on the website they're sold out. Another thing is you could definitely find floor stands at other resellers. I know they're available on Amazon.com.
Yep.
Probably B&H, Adorama, all the regular resellers.
Yep.
And also the Mevo Star will work on any typical tripod, so you have a lot of options.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's a big misconception. And if you do end up buying a Mevo stand, just note, just a little trick, a little tip. These swivel mounts are not mounted to the stand. They're in the box loose. So if you take the stand out and you can't find the swivel mount, it's just not in the bag and it's not on the stand. It's in the box loose by itself, just so you don't accidentally throw it away, because it seems to be a common thing. It's been a thing for a couple of years where every once in a while individuals may say something about like their swivel mounts weren't included. Typically, it was just in the box and not in the bag, like most people would expect, but just something to keep your eye on. Brad says the biggest concern right now is having to use an LTE dongle since the church I am using has flaky Wi-Fi at best. Yeah, I mean, I can see that for sure. Cellular signal is definitely not the ideal situation. It's not the perfect situation, but it can work very well. You just kind of have to know, like, are you going to be competing against other people in the same network? I mean, how many people are in the area? What's your environment? Is your phone newer? There's a lot of variables that go into place. I bet that dongle is probably a little bit better than your phone, though. Probably. Marshall says, is 3Cams the max you can run through the app alone? Yes. Multicam.
Yeah.
Yeah. For multicam. Absolutely. Now, I mean, we've had many discussions and tests and stuff about adding more cameras, and that's a possibility for the future. But it's just one of those things that we've not really had any official word or announcements or anything like that. I know Will's a big advocate for it. He's done a lot of the testing with more cameras. I think he said he's had like 9 connected at one point without an issue.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But of course, I also have, like, for example, I've got this Samsung Tab S6 Lite, and like this is like one of the like more performance ones. At least I think. I'm not really familiar too much with their tablets, and I was struggling with 3. So there's reasons why we haven't done more than 3, and it's because different devices have different experiences. He's using an iPad Pro, which is very powerful and very strong. And then we've got users who use like a S7 or an A7, Tab A7, and like not having the greatest of experiences. So it's really tough for us to kind of determine what the limit should be. But I can assure you that like the conversations are happening about potentially maybe opening up for those with stronger devices. But we really, the trouble with that is we have to identify which devices are strong enough, because apparently specs alone are not enough to, how something might actually get handled long term.
Josh brings up a good point, and I've actually started to see more and more people do this where they have more than 3 Mevos, and what they do is they disconnect from one of the Mevos, connect other Mevo, and then continue to rotate them through that. Like if you're not using one of your Mevos while another Mevo is like the main shot, you can disconnect that, connect another one, and do so, and then switch from that to that.
That'll do it. Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. Let's see here. D-Day Joshua Carl Restream is great for that. Yeah, I like this chat thing from Restream. I've been using Restream more recently, specifically for the analytics. Like I said, we do 3 different platforms, and like going back and forth to gather analytics is huge. And we want analytics just not for viewers and stuff, but we also want it for chat. So we've found Restream to be very useful for all types of analytics. And honestly, like if any other multi-destination platform did as in-depth analytics, we would probably use that. Like it's really not necessarily the platform. It's literally the feature-rich analytics. That's really what it comes down to. Fred says that, yeah, chat display is really cool. Serenity says, no, my connection on this train can't cope. Not sure. Not sure what that is. All right. Daryl says, thanks, Mevo, for your live show today. Of course, Daryl. That's why we're here. We're so happy to do it. Let's see here. When will the floor stands be back in stock? Unfortunately, we do not have a date for that. I did ask our fulfillment guy to see if I could get a date, but he's not gotten back to me. I thought we got him back for a short period of time, but apparently not. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There's more. Oh, same. Maybe it's the same person saying the same thing. Leo says he'll be doing his first live stream tonight. The location does not have Wi-Fi, so I may need to upload a recording after the event. That's a good idea. I would absolutely do that. He says, does the Mevo record automatically, or do I need to press something to record? There is a function. Depends if you're in Multicam, there's a record button. And then there's also in Mevo 2.0 app, you can select the micro SD card icon on the far left, and you can configure your recording there. Let's see. Jack says, how are you running chat through Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch? So this overlay is brought to you by Restream. We're not affiliated with Restream at all. We are just happy consumers. Estuardo says, MevoCam's the best. So glad to hear it. I'm looking for questions. Like lots of like random compliments, and we love them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like trying to get questions. Barnamo, and I apologize if I'm butchering that. Mevo Plus, can you use the USB audio and Ethernet at the same time? Absolutely. If you have the Mevo Boost, there is a USB-A and an Ethernet input at the same time. Whew. Lord. Are you keeping up with these? Do you know where I'm at right now?
Yeah. Let's see. DJ Joshua Carl says, love to see a snap-on, or on the next version, a snap-on screw-in lens for a 180 plus 4 times you need the camera closer to the subject. That's interesting. An add-on lens to kind of have a wider field of view. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean,
it's good feedback.
Yeah, some people like the bigger field of view. I mean, obviously the Mevo Start modifications going from 150 to 84 was directly reflects on the feedback that we've gotten over, many years. Right. The Mevo first gen came out, same specs as the Plus, obviously, except the network adapters. But we've been getting feedback about, the fisheye view since like 2016. So the Mevo Start was just a result of all of that feedback. But we definitely understand that, some users have the desire to have a different field of view, and some are perfectly fine with that fisheye lens or appearance. I got to reconnect to my Mevo so I can check the battery power. It looks like fine.
Kyle says, so this quality is coming straight from battery power. So I think that I know I'm plugged in. Joe, are you plugged in?
I'm not. That's why I was like checking, because he asked the question, okay. And I was like, it should be plugged in. But
so quality doesn't whether you're on battery or not on battery, it doesn't affect the quality.
Oh, you know what I could do? I'm using wireless. I'm using Mevo webcam or wireless webcam mode, so I can check the battery power there. That's what I should have done. Yeah, I'm at
Boom. There you
36%,
go.
so I'm gonna go ahead and plug in before it becomes a problem.
Sounds good. Clifford says, can the Mevo app work with multiple first generation Mevo cams? Yeah, absolutely. The Multicam app will work with Mevo Plus, the Mevo first gen, and the Mevo Start. You can mix and match whatever models you've got or want to use. So if you really want to have a wide shot and you have a first generation or a Mevo Plus, you can use that along with a Mevo Start.
Yep. Fred says,
Red Hippo
"Oh, there you go. Go ahead."
says, go
The chat feature is really cool. Maybe add some cool effects. We honestly don't have any of the abilities to like modify it. I mean, we could get crazy if we wanted to really try to, but we're just using it out of the box from Restream, not getting too crazy. Josh says, what platform are you streaming on? Currently using Streamlabs OBS. It's wonderful. I know we use Streamlabs. We've used OBS. We've used Livestream Studio. We've used. I don't think we've actually used StreamYard, but we've played with it. But yeah.
We're streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yep. Carrie says, we don't have 1,000 subscribers to use mobile and YouTube Live. What are your other recommendations other than Facebook? Twitch.
And you can also stream to YouTube live without a 1,000 subscribers. You can use RTMP.
Yep. Super easy too. Yeah. It's extremely easy. You might need I've not had any issues getting the data from a mobile device, but yeah. Let's see here. Clifford says Freeport, Bahamas is where I am. I am jealous. I would love to be in the Bahamas. John says more accessories for the Mevo Start would be great. Add graphics folders. Jack says add graphics folders for Multicam. Have you been part of those conversations? I think we've brought it up, but I don't know like what the latest is on like where we're heading with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it is definitely something that we're looking at because we have had a lot of people that use a ton of graphics that want to have that sort of organized in different ways, and so we're playing around with a lot of different options to try and figure out what is the best before adding it in.
Us included have a ton of graphics, and being able to modify them for depending on what show we're doing and whatever, I couldn't agree more, Jack. And Fred jumps in and says he agrees. DJ Joshua Carlos says obviously you can pick from all sorts of views on a GoPro. The standard wide is decent at a live IRL events and real life events. You may have 18 inches before the camera is in the reach of your crowd. Yeah, I mean I could totally see the point of view. We just don't compete or compare against GoPro. Just apples to oranges. Just two different types of products. So I really can't speak for GoPro, but I definitely recommend getting whatever works best for you. If GoPro is a good choice for you, go for it. You can also give Mevo a try. If you're happy with it, great. If you're not, you got 30 days. You can just contact us and we'd be happy to get you a return if that's something, But I think if you get a Mevo, I think you'll be happy. Tom says, what is your most requested feature to add to the Mevo camera or Multicam app? Most requested feature. I think we're gonna do it at the same exact time. I don't want us to grab. Okay, we're gonna do on 3. We're gonna say it was what we think is the most requested feature because we obviously don't talk to the same people all the time. So you have something on top of your head in 3 seconds? Okay. Sure. 1, 2, 3. NDI.
More than 3.
That's probably true.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I thought
we want both of these.
Yeah, no, I think NDI input and output for me is what I've seen the most. But yes, I think that's a good point. More than 3 is absolutely a high request. I think I kind of of course the conversations always happen, but I kind of like look the other way with that one just because of the experience I've had with the Samsung tablets that struggle with 3. Being an Android guy, I've not had the greatest experience with these Android tablets.
We're happy to bring you over here on the Apple side of things, man.
It's like a Sith Lord from Star Wars.
Right.
Varnamo says, Mevo Start, can I use USB audio and Ethernet at the same time? Yes, you can. Yeah. Wait. Well, this goes kind of back to that whole splitting USB thing again, doesn't it?
Let's see. Can I use USB audio and Ethernet at the same time? You cannot. The issue is that it's kind of trying to do two things through like
One's trying to like
going
input and one's trying to
Ethernet.
like output.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a 2-lane road, but like going one direction. Like,
exactly. You can do other things with USB-C, with a USB-C splitter or with the Mevo PoE, but unfortunately, Ethernet and USB audio will not work.
Yeah, I mean, you can just use the 3.5 too. Honestly, like I think that's the go-to. I mean, that's what all of us do it. That's what we all use. And like for example, of course, I've got like Blue Yeti back there, and I could plug it in via USB. But if I'm using Ethernet, then I would just output from the monitoring port on the Blue Yeti and go straight to the 3.5, and it works just the same. Yeah, cool. Let's see here. Carrie says, thank you. Of course. Brad says, so many people on Amazon couldn't find that part. I know. I know this. So I bring it up. It's very important. I've made suggestions, and hopefully we can address that, make it more obvious in the box so it doesn't get overlooked. I understand. I did it the other day in front of Will like 5 times. I was like, look, Will, this is exactly what happens. And I opened the box, I pulled it out, and I had my stand. And then like, and then this thing goes flying. So I totally get it. That's where all we can do is try to bring attention to, its location, help people out. Josh Mailman says, is this vMix or OBS? This is Streamlabs OBS. Yes, it's great. You can do the same stuff with OBS, but I prefer Streamlabs, and let me tell you why. And I think this is something that I know Will likes this because he didn't know it either. But you can have an account with Streamlabs, and you can have all of your settings and your scenes and sources, and then I could log in somewhere else and have all my settings, scenes, and sources. I don't have to worry about having it set up and then exporting and then importing or bringing that specific computer around. So I've really enjoyed Streamlabs for that. DJ Joshua Carl says there are some great inexpensive tension arms that will also work great as a great stand. Obviously, clamp is clutch. Agreed. I mean, I'm using a weird stand right now, but I think I've got this one too for like if I want to put like on my window in a car. Basically like any quarter 20, any standard microphone or any kind of random stands. I know we also have C-clamp arms at work that got them. Super cool.
You could even use mic stands like this one if you really wanted to move your Mevo around in cool positions. You could do that as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Josh Mailman says he runs 5 Mevos in Mevo Multicam app. He just drops a camera as he needs a different one. It's one way to do it, right? Absolutely. You can totally do that. Fred says, any Multicam updates coming soon?
Always.
Yeah, I mean, we're never not working on something, whether it's improving something or adding something. And when I say we, I mean the software team. They're hard at work, and they're pumping out awesome and great innovative stuff that you've not even seen yet. So I think you guys should be very excited. But I don't think that question ever needs to be asked because they're honestly like always working on something. And like I think right now they've kind of have them a little separated maybe, and they're actually working on 2 things right now, which is pretty cool. Obviously we can't talk about it, but just know that actually, I mean, no, I'm not talking about it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be that guy. I don't want that message. I don't want that message at the end of the show. Like, hey man, we aren't ready to talk about that yet. Just know they're always working on something. They're always hard at work, and they are professionals. They've been doing video production, programming, software stuff for years. The same team. These guys have worked in like live stream studio back in the live stream days. The continuity of these teams it's unparalleled. Like I think like the average time for our team up until like I don't know last year, I think we were averaging like 7 to 8 years of work. Everybody's been working together on average. I was like the one who was like around the shortest period of time at that point, and like I tanked our average like because I had been around for like 2 years at that point. And yeah, but before that it was like It's a really high number. These guys have been working together and they're just pumping stuff out. So, yeah, don't ever worry about new stuff coming out. It's coming, promise, always. Let's see here. Or just buy 2 used old pads and put 3 cams on each. But there would be 2 different platform or 2 different outputs. Wouldn't be the same production. That's the only problem there. Where are we at? Are we at like 20? We're at 32 minutes already.
Everybody wants
It's crazy. Well, that's the crazy thing. No one's asked yet. I haven't seen a single post about it yet.
Yeah, I can't remember who the person was who won the last one, but do remember that if you win, you need to reach out to us so we can make sure that it gets to you.
Yeah,
it's very important.
Yeah, we unfortunately aren't able to come chase you down. So if you win, you cannot. Yeah, you've got to come claim it. It's pretty simple. Just go to help.mevo.com and open up a ticket. Let's see here. Let's see if we can keep pumping through some of these questions. Ryan says, I've been streaming baseball games with the Mevo Start for over a year. Love the ease of setup and how limited equipment is needed to stream live. Big shout out to all the Mevo Facebook group people for tips and sharing. We have a wonderful group, Ryan. I'm so glad that you're having good success. But yes, we've worked hard to build a strong community, and you guys make it stronger. So thank you all, and thanks everybody for who helps each other. Like you all truly do help us when it comes down to like limiting. It allows us to troubleshoot the more complex of things. It allows us to dig deeper on those things that maybe not able to be done through the group. So the more people who can get helped there, that's the more people we can help with the more complex of systems. So it's definitely appreciated and does not go unnoticed. Let's see. So no, the draw is not US only. Yeah, we're good. So the US only stuff is based on essentially our shop. So Mevo.com is US based only right now. But this is a giveaway. You're not purchasing it, so you shouldn't run into any issues there. And no one's brought it up as being an issue. And if somebody eventually does, then I'll address that. But until then, we're going to continue to do it globally until someone says otherwise. Let's see. Is there a way to combine 2 multicam streams? No, unfortunately not. That'd be cool, though. I like it. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, I mean, you need 2 servers.
Yeah. What if like a central iPad, right? We got 3 iPads running 3 cameras each, and then a simple one that's bringing in 2 outputs from those 2 iPads. And then maybe you get 3 inputs from that. And what if you got 3 iPads sending out individuals and they're all individually controlling 3? At that point, you may as well just have a whole entire production crew, but
there you go.
Gary says, thanks for adding NDI to Mevo Starts. A game changer. I couldn't agree more, Gary. Glad you're getting some use out of it. Somebody had mentioned it is literally one of the cheapest cameras with NDI, if not the cheapest entry. Like it's the best entry point for NDI cameras. I don't think there's a cheaper one out there. Let's see here. Carl says, finally got to watch you live. Welcome, Carl. Nice to see you here. Ask some questions.
Let's see. Willie says, how can I run 3 Mevo Starts directly through my Wi-Fi router?
Oh, good catch. I actually completely looked over that.
Yeah, so you can just connect the Mevo Starts through either, it depends on how you wanted to stream them. If you wanted to use the Multicam app, you would connect all your Mevos to that Wi-Fi router and then stream through the Multicam app. You could set up these Mevos as wired webcam connected to a computer. They could be connected to NDI or to a computer via NDI. So you have a lot of options.
Yes. See, that's why we have multiple eyes on these questions. There's a lot. I'm going to skip some of them. I try to highlight them and not skip them, but it happens anyways. Let's see here. Chris Hall says, new Mevo guy here. What's your opinion for the best option to stream live from multiple Mevo cams to a single web page and allow viewers to select the camera they want to view? We use 2 to 3 cams depending on the building. Right now, we use multiple Zoom accounts. Okay, so what I would recommend is set up three events on YouTube and stream each camera to each event, and then use the embed code that YouTube gives you and put it on the website.
Yeah. You can even do, you could do like tabs.
Yeah.
Like we
Do
have
tabs
in
and
the help
then,
article.
yep, 100%. Cam 1, Cam 2, or just have them all three there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, yeah. I mean, that's what I would do, Chris. Huh. I kind of miss web development a little bit. Kind of fun. That's some fun stuff. I enjoy helping people solve things like that for sure. Clifford says, I sent a question. If we skipped it, Clifford, I'm sorry. Just go ahead and toss it back into the chat and we'll get to it again. Sorry about that. Brad says, I don't really have a question as of yet. Just need to get one to test. Well, go buy one. Go buy one. Gary says, any chance of the Mevo Plus getting NDI? Unfortunately not, Gary. Mevo Plus has been discontinued now. That doesn't mean we won't add new features, but NDI will not be one of them. That is a licensed feature from NewTek, so it's unfortunately not as simple as just adding it. And not to mention, we did do testing on it in the early days when we were doing the Mevo Start, and performance was not as great. You guys have to remember that camera was released back in, not the Mevo Plus, but the Mevo First Gen, which is the same hardware, was released back in 2016, which means it's been developed for at least over a year and a half, probably before that. So it's using some older hardware. So not as.
But if you need it wireless, you can use the wireless webcam application. That works great.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, that's what we're both using, right? You're using wireless webcam?
I'm using NDI.
Oh, I'm using wireless webcam. I like it. It's my friend. Okay, cool. Kathy says, what's the best way to connect the Mevo to Mixer for sound? Our video look is great, but the sound is not well. The best way is 3.5. Output from your mixer, 3.5 in the Mevo Start. The Mevo will handle all of the audio syncing with the video, and you'll be all on your way. And then using a mixer like that, it really gives you the freedom to get like an XLR microphone in there, quarter 20. You can bring tons of different sources in. You want to answer this next one from Carrie about the benefit between a Start and a Plus?
Yeah, sure. So there's actually a ton of benefits. Let's see. So the battery for the Mevo Start is much better. The low light sensor is much better. And I'm talking about the Mevo Start benefits over the Mevo Plus. Mevo Start can do things like USB-C audio. It can do better connection for wired webcam because it can do audio as well as video. What else?
You already said battery life, right? I mean, obviously NDI.
Battery life. NDI
3.5 input. I think you already said that too.
Better heat management.
Oh yeah, definitely better heat management.
Better stability overall.
Just a great camera. I don't know. USB-C.
Use the Mevo power over Ethernet adapters, so you can do power via Ethernet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The microphone array's dope if you don't want to like use external audio. Like if you guys didn't watch, I think it was not Tuesday. Some did you do the show Tuesday? Joseph did the show Tuesday. Last Tuesday I did the show and I used the internal microphone. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Sounds great. Use the internal mic for the entire show. So super convenient. All right, let's see here. Josh says countdown timer and multicam. Used to be able to do this from 2.0, but doesn't seem to work anymore. Yeah, Josh, I'm unsure when that stopped happening because I thought that was possible at one point, but it makes sense why it doesn't work. It does make sense why it doesn't work now, but I thought it did work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to be able to set it up in 2.0, but now because the graphics were kind of getting stuck on screen and people couldn't turn it off in the Multicam app, then we ended up just disabling it overall.
That's good to know. Yeah, I was wondering when that changed. But countdowns hopefully should be coming sooner rather than later for multicam. I understand the desire. We agree. Willie says, how can I run Mevo hardwired through my router? Easy. Get an Ethernet power adapter, connect it to your router, and you'll be on your way. Make sure your Mevo is in hotspot mode, and it'll automatically switch over to Ethernet. There is a very good article at help.mevo.com, and you should be able to see it. John says, is there a way to flip the camera 180? Absolutely. You go to image adjustments and there is a flip option and you can do auto, on, or off. On's going to flip it automatically and force it to flip. Off will keep it upright. And then auto will use the gyro. Is that what it's called? Gyro? Inside the camera? Gyro? Well, gyro is the food, isn't it? I'm told you, I got to finish my lunch, man. I'm starving. Anyway, so the gyro is going to tell the camera to flip automatically based on its orientation. Clifford says, can the Multicam app work with 2 or more first-gen cameras? The Multicam app can work with 1, 2, or 3 Mevo cameras, regardless of the generation. First generation, plus, or start, you can use Mevo. You can use them mix, match. You can have one of each. You can do it however you want to do it. The only limitation is 3 Mevo cameras. So as long as it's a Mevo camera, you can use 1, 2, or 3 of them. It doesn't matter which ones. You can mix and match them, do whatever you want to do. Brad says, how does Mevo feel about aftermarket add-ons similar to skins, lens? I'm sure there's a large modification would void the warranty. You're correct. A large modification would void the warranty. A lot of stuff like, gluing stuff to items, trying to self-repair items, things like that would all void the warranties. Using it outside in the rain when it's not waterproof will void the warranty. As far as like modifications though, I think they're cool. I love seeing them. I don't advise them because like it's, will void the warranty most of the time. But when someone does share something that's pretty cool, I love seeing it personally. I like that. You've seen the person who had the ears on the Mevo Plus, right?
I did see
and
that.
I shared that in the Slack channel, and our engineers are commenting on it. I don't remember, they shared some cartoon. I don't know what cartoon it was, like a meme or something. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. But I personally love to see the modifications, but I also understand that it avoids warranty, so it's not advisable, but people want to be creative, go for it. Christopher says, I need to help getting my Mevo to work with vMix. It was giving me an NDI video decoder error. So if you're using like HEVC, disable it. If it's not using HEVC and you're having other issues, then it could just be an NDI5 error with vMix. It's not uncommon. There are really, really mixed results right now with NDI5 across tons of different platforms. So unfortunately, there's not a ton that we can do to address them, just because there's a lot of just mixed results right now with NDI. I wish there wasn't, but it's just an NDI thing, not necessarily a Mevo thing, and all different platforms are having different results. So I think we're all kind of doing this little dance right now where we're all trying to address specific things from all different angles. But at the end of the day, like, we all kind of have to try to figure out how we can play nice together. We're trying to figure it out. They are, everyone's trying to work on NDI. It's kind of like when the M1 came out, right? Everyone was scrambling.
Yeah.
Everyone is scrambling, trying to figure out how we're going to be compatible with the M1. And still people are trying to figure out how to become compatible with the M1. It kind of just is what happens when, companies release like this groundbreaking changes, and it's like they modify the way like their foundation was built on, and they've got to kind of figure it out. Whew, we are flying. We've already passed 100 comments. It's nuts.
Nice.
Christopher Will says, I have Mevo start multicam. Awesome. Yeah, Mevo starts the only one with NDI, but yeah. Gary says NDI for first gen. NDI will not come to any other Mevo camera before the Mevo start. Clifford says, what about 2 generation cameras? Yes, you can use multiple mix match, however you want to do it in multicam. Sorry if I'm trying to go fast, guys, because we're at like 46 minutes. We still have the giveaway. I just want to make sure I address everyone's stuff. So I'll probably go fly through a couple of these real quick, get a drink of water. Let Will take over a few of them. Let's see. Where are we at?
How do you get OBS to work with NDI? So you just need the NDI tools installed, and you need the OBS NDI plugin. So both of those links are on the NDI article in our help center, help.mevo.com. So you can find links to them there. Gary says Ecamm Live is my go-to stream software. Ecamm Live is very good and definitely one of the more popular things. Let's see. Jeremy says using Mevo Plus and the app, the camera keeps losing connection. So this depends on your connection. If you're connected to hotspot, if you're connected to Wi-Fi, if you're using a Mevo boost and you're connected to Ethernet. But typically this is caused by a poor connection. If you're on Wi-Fi, it's possibly inconsistent or unstable Wi-Fi network, or if you're too far away from the router. If you're on hotspot mode, then it's likely due to connection issues for the cellular connection. But if you continue to have issues, open up a ticket at help.mevo.com and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have one-on-one. Josh says, never mind, he's talking to somebody else.
Yeah,
DJ.
Gotta have to filter
yeah,
through the ones that say replying to.
Let's see. DJ Joshua says, I've been Team Mevo for months. Awesome. Welcome. We need shirts that say Team Mevo. That would be really cool.
Love that.
Cool. NDI from Mevo first gen. To clarify, Mevo first gen and Mevo Plus do not have NDI and will not get
There
NDI.
we go. Will not. Bold, italicized, all of those things.
Wolfgang says the NDI application in the Mevo Start is great. I use it very often. Makes the Mevo a universally usable small streaming camera. Greetings to both of you. Hey, how you doing? We are huge fans of NDI as well.
Yes.
Mario says, any chance to have a video reference out in the Mevo app 2.0? A video reference out in the Mevo app. So if you're referring to adding pre-recorded videos to the Mevo 2.0 app, it's something that we'd like to do, and we don't have any current beta builds or anything like that have that feature, but it's something that we are definitely looking into, but currently cannot be done. Let's see.
I did get a response from Andy. He's saying that we're hoping to have a shipment of Mevo floor stands at the beginning of October. Could potentially be available by mid-October. So, that's kind of tentative. Not exactly sure. And of course, since a lot of people are waiting for them, they will fly off the shelves. So I would just keep an eye out on October. But like Will said, there are available stands. It's a pretty universal thread. So pretty cool. Let's see here.
John says, is there any resolution where video degradation isn't an issue when you zoom? So no, because the zoom is not a optical zoom and it's a digital zoom, that means that you're just basically enlarging the image. So there's always going to be degradation when you zoom.
Yep. I got a Mevo user from Canada, from Gary. Nice. Christopher Will says, can I get some help on how to connect Mevo Start Multicam to OBS setup? Unfortunately, there is no output from Multicam to go to OBS. You can obviously try to use like a workaround to use RTMP. You did create a guide on that or something, right? I believe. Yeah. So there's even a guide out there. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't really support it. So like, if you run into issues with that, it is a workaround. It was never built to be used that way. But there is.
An RTMP server.
Yeah. You would need an RTMP server. So, yeah. That's the unfortunate part, right? We want to help, but then we like kind of put ourselves in this box where we're like, we provided you to this like weird hacky way to get this to work, but like, we can't really support that because it's like, yeah. Brad says, how's Logi been treating your teams? We've loved it. We're big fans. I don't know if you've noticed Logi products all around me. Got a new keyboard, some mouse, got some Ultimate Ears Wonder Booms up there, got some blue microphones. I think everybody's pretty, yeah. And then you've got Will using his, is it the baby bottle now? Got his baby bottle up there, the blue baby bottle. So we're loving it. We're really enjoying it. They've been very welcoming. The resources have been great. The teams, the people. Yeah, I think there's a bright future ahead for Mevo. I think you guys have a lot to look forward to. Tracy says, is it better to use HEVC to live stream over an hour? I personally would use HEVC for any moment in time. Like, if you can use it, I would use it. Christopher says OBS set up via NDI on the multicam. Unfortunately, no multicam NDI output at this time. Maybe down. How many Mevos do you keep at home? From Fred the Hippo. Do you miss doing live streams in the office? Interestingly enough, we just broke down the set at the office yesterday because we don't go there, or we don't do the shows at the set. And I miss seeing these guys, but at the same time, I don't miss the shows at the set just because we are a lot more productive and we can help everybody from what we're doing now, right?
And one of the things that is so much nicer doing these streams from home is we have much more consistent and controllable internet than in a big office building that we share with other companies.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those variables, right? It's one of my variables I'm always talking about. We can control our networks here. We can control who has access to the hardware, the set, our audio settings, our mixers. We don't have to worry about, believe it or not, the things that we tell you guys about testing, we practice those. So we spend a significant amount of time to make sure that things are functioning as well as possible. So when we have sets that we know nobody has touched, our microphones and cameras have not been modified since the last set, these tests are significantly quicker, opposed to potentially walking in and a microphone being moved, a setting being modified for another video. This has really just kind of expedited the process of start to finish for our lives. And not to mention, it really helps us in the long road when it comes to getting back into tickets. The spin up and wind down for the live shows in the office, it took time away from us helping users. So doing it this way has really helped. All right, yep, speed round answering because we are running out of time. We're at 54 minutes. Okay, Fred the Hippo says, how many do you keep at home? Too many to count, honestly. It's kind of a joke of like we can just turn around in any given room. Like I'd be driving and I've got one in my car. Like it's just random. Carlos says, I used the Mevo Start for 4 days Zoom. Worked great. Awesome. I use mine all the time. Keep it plugged in. Gary says, I ran 3 Mevo Starts into a private Wi-Fi router, brought the video signal in over NDI. My webcam or laptop was running streaming software, which was connected to the internet. Worked like a charm. I'm so glad to hear it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome to see those. Brenda says, I mentioned the perfect storm. Sorry, Brenda. I read this earlier, and I'm so sorry that you experienced issues. Hopefully, we can make sure that doesn't happen in the future. And we don't want to lose your trust in our updates. That's never what we want. Mario says, any chance to save camera presets? Definitely a feature that a lot of people have asked for, and hopefully we can give that feature sooner than later. Willie says, can we run 3 Mevo Start cameras through a switcher? If it's a hardware switcher, no, you can't, because the Mevo Start does not have an audio output. There are third-party adapters out there that we do not support and have had mixed results. So if you do see those kind of posts being shared, proceed with caution. John says, soon. Absolutely, John. You know our motto, soon. Fred the Hippo says, presets maybe like OBS. Yes, Fred, we would love to do that in the future. Leo says, I just tried to sign up for the referral program. After clicking sign up, I get to a blank page. Oh, no. We will bring that up. If Dan is watching, Dan, the page is broken. If Dan's not watching, we will let Dan know as soon as the show's over. Sorry, Leo. Check again by the end of the day today or tomorrow. We'll try to get that back up. Sorry about that. Marshall says, would you recommend plugging in each camera Ethernet directly into the router, or would you run it through a PoE switch? Totally your call. I mean, if you're trying to use the PoE functionality, then yeah, use PoE. Use a PoE switch. If you're not, then it really doesn't make a difference. Whatever's easier for you. Turkey Farmer's back. Gobble, gobble. I'm now in the referral program, and I'm excited. So glad to hear it. Clifford, awesome. Andy, did Mevo cameras start shipping without a charging brick? Yes, the Mevo Start does not come with a charging brick. That's been the case since release. Ford says, after new Mevo camera, Turkey Farmer, can I use the Mevo logo to promote on streams? I believe so. I don't think there's a problem with that. I mean, you're like an affiliate type thing or referral program, so I don't know why not.
Yeah.
We got to get this little exclamation giveaway thing figured out because people are asking about it, and I never even announced that was even a thing, so we should probably set one up. Ford says, hopefully the team is doing sponsor reviews aren't being bogged down. He submitted. Yeah, when it comes to like the sponsorship reviews and things, that's just the marketing team, and they don't monitor those 24/7. So basically what it comes down to is when we need somebody to do some kind of sponsored content, then they'll go and try to see who's available. So, I mean, just by submitting something, unfortunately, doesn't necessarily mean you'll get a response like right away. Marshall says, do we do pre-orders? We do not. Unfortunately, shipping has been, everyone knows what the situation is worldwide right now with shipping, globally even. So we can't really do pre-orders because we don't want to like run into a situation where something doesn't come in for months. So Brad says, I saw over-the-air updates from the phone. Is there a hardware reset on the device if some odd chance software update breaks the device? Yes, you can absolutely roll back using hardware reset. What we got here?
Yep, factory reset. There's a little kind of hole on the bottom. We also have a help article that kind of dictates every step of that process.
Yep. Let's keep going. Mario's from Guatemala. Thanks for tuning in, Mario. Nice to see you. I think you're new around here, so welcome. I think Brad's new too. I like his little emote. Not is it an icon? I don't know. Brad says, come on. I don't wear pants when I work from home. The real benefit. Oh boy.
There you go. Who knows?
That's why we have multi-destination. We have multi-camera. We got multicam now. Everyone sees from every angle. No worries. That's funny. That's Jay says, laughing out loud. Danielle says, I hope the audio icon feature will be placed in the main screen. Yes, I totally agree. And especially like a master mute would be very useful as well. Brenda says, it's fine. I still love my Mevo. I'm so glad to hear, Brenda. And Turkey says, where do you sign up for the giveaway? So let's talk about that real quick. Let's go through all of this real quick. Then we'll do the giveaway, and we got to wrap up before we hit the hour mark. So here we go. We've got the referral program. The referral program, unfortunately, right now is apparently down. I haven't confirmed this, but I will check. If you go to mevo.com/referral, you can sign up for the referral program, earn yourself 5% kickback for any sale that someone makes on mevo.com, and save them 5% as well. So you save 5%, or they save 5%, you earn 5%. It's a win-win for everybody. And let's be real. Everyone's already talking about the Mevo. Everyone always asks you anyways what it is because it's a different form factor. It doesn't look like a standard camera, so everyone's already wondering what it is. So go sign it up, mevo.com/referral. Get yourself a custom coupon code, name it after your Twitch channel, YouTube channel, organization, baseball league, football league, school, church, whatever it may be. Sign up. Outside of that, we also have the giveaway. So the Mevo Live giveaway is a Mevo Start giveaway. How to enter? We randomly draw from live show participation. That means your viewership, how long were you in the show, the duration that you're in there, how many comments you had. Basically, that's how we're calculating the top 10 participants from each show. We grab the top 10 participants from each show, we put them in an Excel sheet, and then every 2 weeks, which is 4 shows, we take all 40 names and we put them into a drawing, and you'll see how that works in the next 5 minutes or so. And then we basically allow that person to reach out to us, claim their free unit, and we ship it to them. So super cool. Really cool stuff. And can you win more than once? Yes, not more than one time a month, so we can't allow it to do back-to-back. Now, outside of that, there really are no other kind of limitations, but you guys will see what that all looks like in a minute. It's really fun. I love it. It's cool. Anyways, moving on. We do have a 3-pack at Mevo.com. So if you go to Mevo.com, order a 3-pack, get your hands on that for $9.99. It's basically a buy 2, get 1 half off is essentially what the math comes down to. You can find those at Mevo.com, Best Buy, Adorama, B&H, and Amazon. These are flying off the shelves. So, and trust me when I say that it's not a marketing thing. Like I promise you that these things truly do go fast. So if you're thinking about getting one, I highly recommend grabbing one sooner than later. And if you do have any questions or concerns, you can go to help.mevo.com, open a ticket. Myself, Will, Joseph, Greg, or Andy would be more than happy to help. And here we are. Okay, let me just scroll through here, jumping in. Thanks for the show. Thank you all. What's the giveaway? Mevo Start, always. Norman, super cool. People thanking Jason for his videos. Awesome. Ford, I know the cameras are hard capped at 3 right now. Any plans on expanding to more? Yeah, so we talked about it earlier. I highly recommend checking out the video on demand after this is over. However, quick answer and summary of that is yes, we've considered it. We've looked at it. It's something we're always considering. We're not sure where that leads us in the future. Whew. Here we go. Boom. All right. We did it.
Spin that wheel.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right. So here's the thing. Just to kind of point this out, your name can be in here more than once. I believe there was somebody already noticed that was in there, like Cade Hannon, I believe, is in there twice, maybe even 3 times. There are 31 unique names. You can be a top performer more than one time a show. So essentially, there's 4 shows. We do it bi-weekly. So there's 4 shows for every drawing. That's 40 potential people. However, if you were a top participant for all 4 shows, you could technically be entered 4 times and increase your chances of being selected. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and mute your audio because I think you'll come through on Skype too on my desktop. So there we go. And let's get this going. Now, mind you, we do this bi-weekly, so you guys are more than welcome to continue. And if you were in this show and you commented, you will be included in that as well. So like you'll be in next week's show, or not next week, but 2 weeks from now, you'll be part of that giveaway as well. Oh, let the games begin. This is where it gets fun. Oh, this is so fun. Oh, I love this. Oh, the suspense. Are we stopping? Is it gonna get past? Is it gonna get back to Fred? By the way, my hands are free. I don't want anybody to think that there's any cheating going on here. Fred the Hippo. Of course it is. Fred's here all the time. Fred, make sure you go open up a support ticket at help.mevo.com. You'll get one of us, and we would be happy to get that out. We're going to need your email, phone number, address, and we will get it out, I think next Wednesday. So as soon as you get that stuff over to us, we will get all that information together, and we will notify you via email with tracking. Oh, how exciting. That pays off. That's like it's gone full circle, right? Like it's Fred. Fred's always here.
Yeah.
Like
It's great.
You earned it.
Well
That's
deserved.
the point. That's the point. Remember, we do this bi-weekly. So 2 weeks from now, we will do another giveaway. The top 10 participants from this will be included in that. And then the next 3 shows after this will also be included. And then I think we're doing every 6 months, we'll do a 3-pack. I think that's where did we settle in 6 months? I think that's fair. Right?
Sounds fair. I like it.
All right, cool. Awesome. Will just confirmed it. It's done. Okay. So basically, everybody who is a top performer over that 6 months period, even if you won previously, you could be in for a 6-pack at the 6-month mark. I'm not even sure what date that is, but now I'm looking forward to it, and I'm not even getting anything. So like, whatever. This is fun. That's good stuff. I can even imagine. You know how many names would be on that spinner? Crazy talk. Okay, cool deal. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for all of the questions. We have to be near 200 comments today. You all have been wonderful. We appreciate you all. We are going to be live again on Tuesday. I believe it's either myself or Will. I think it's Will because it was me and then it was Joseph. I think Will's on Tuesday. Tell them why they should come view you on Tuesday. We're going to talk about something cool.
Always
Something cool.
You'll have to come and join to find out.
Yeah. You have to come on Tuesday. You have to come Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, and on Facebook. As always, you can find all of our content live at. You can find all of our content at all of those platforms on video on demand. So after this show's over, the video will be available, and you can get a hold of it. Brad said, did someone say 6-pack? We did not say 6-pack. We said 3-pack. Let's not get crazy. Okay. Thank you all again for tuning in. We'll see you on Tuesday, and I'll be watching as well. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Thanks for tuning in again, and we can't wait to see you all next time. See you later.